Shalom everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome back to another virtual service. Today we're going to learn about Jesus and his 12 disciples. First, let's read a book and then we'll get on to the craft.
All right, so the story we're going to read today is called Jesus and his disciples. When Jesus was a young man, he traveled from village to village teaching God's message. Wherever he went, people came to hear the stories he told. Soon, lots of people had heard about Jesus. Whenever he arrived in a village, a crowd quickly gathered to meet him. One day, a big crowd followed Jesus down to the lake. There wasn't enough room for everybody, so Jesus asked a man called Peter if he could use his boat. Peter pushed the boat a little way into the water. Now everyone could see and hear Jesus. Who did Jesus ask for help? That's right, it was Peter, so he could use his boat. While Jesus was teaching the crowd, the other fishermen were putting their nets away. When Jesus had finished, he said to Peter, "Take the boat out into deep water and cast your net." "We fished all night and caught nothing," said Peter, "but if you say so." Peter sailed to the deepest part of the lake and cast his net. Soon the net was full of fish. It was so full that the net broke. Peter called the other boat over to help. As they hauled in the fish, the boats began to sink. What happened to the boats? You're correct. They began to sink. The fishermen couldn't believe how many fish they had caught. Peter knelt down to thank Jesus because he didn't think he deserved it. But Jesus said to them, "Follow me, then you'll be fishers of men." When they reached the shore, Peter and the other fishermen, Andrew, James, and John, left their boats to follow Jesus. Who joined Peter to follow Jesus? That's right, Andrew, James, and John. Jesus chose 12 disciples from his many followers. Peter, Andrew, Peter's brother, Philip, Bartholomew, James, John, James's brother, Thomas, Simon, Matthew, James, the younger, Thaddeus, and Judas. "Follow me, then you'll be God's messengers," said Jesus. How many disciples did Jesus choose? That's right, 12 of them. One day, Jesus told a story. Once, a farmer sowed some seeds. Some fell on the path where birds pecked them. Some fell on stony grounds. And some fell in the weeds. But some seeds fell on good soil. "What does the story mean?" asked the disciples. "The seeds are the things that God tells us. Sometimes people don't want to listen to what God says, like the seeds on the path. Sometimes people forget what God tells them, like the seeds on the stony ground. Sometimes people are too busy to listen to God, like the seeds in the weeds. But the people who listen to God grow stronger, like the seeds that fell on good soil." All kinds of people came to listen to Jesus, even bad people. "Why do you waste time on these bad people?" Jesus was asked. He told a story to help everyone understand. Once a shepherd was looking after 100 sheep. He counted them up to 99. There was one missing. So he made sure his flock was safe and went to search for the one lost sheep. The shepherd searched and searched until he found the lost sheep. He was very happy and carried it over his shoulders all the way home. God is like the shepherd. He worries for the bad people and is overjoyed when they are found and sorry for what they have done. Who is God like? That's right, He is like the shepherd. And now let's get on to the craft. Alright, so for today's craft, we're gonna need markers, tape, scissors, a white blank sheet of paper, some construction paper, or if you have popsicle sticks, that would be great. Now let's start off with the white sheet of paper. We're gonna go ahead and fold it 1/3 up. So we have a boat looking like this, and we can go ahead and decorate it with our markers. A boat in the middle of the ocean, because today we're going to make a disciple ship. That's what we're gonna name it. Now with your construction paper, we want to cut them into thinner pieces like this, or if you have the popsicle sticks, that's awesome too. You're gonna need 12 of them, and then on each one, we're gonna go ahead and name each disciple of Jesus. So there's 12 of them. Let's go over it. First, there's Peter, Andrew, Judas, James the younger, Thaddeus, Simon, Matthew, Thomas, John, James, Bartholomew, and Philip. Now before we put it inside the boat, we're gonna write on top, I will follow Jesus. Now with your construction paper or your popsicle sticks, we can go ahead and insert it onto the boat. Now you are reminded of the 12 disciples. Let us be like them and follow Jesus wherever He calls us to. Thank you for joining in. I hope to see you all next week. God bless.